Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with looking at the extent of any weather concerns that we may have here, or as I like to say, weather worries for the next week to 10 days. And main concern is going to be rain. As you can see, we're going to see an upper level disturbance kind of ease its way through the southern plains. It will increase the rainfall chances here for both tomorrow, especially tomorrow and Thursday. And it'll leave behind a little bit of a weakness, which will continue to give us the shot for the scattered shower thunderstorm Friday, this weekend, and early next week. And then as we move through the last half of next week, upper level high pressure will finally develop, and that's going to shut off the rain and result in much hotter temperatures. In fact, some of the hottest temperatures of the year so far looking to be very possible by the last half of next week. I mentioned the rainfall. Let's show you a couple of different models. This is Futurecast, and this takes us through basically Thursday, and you can see these scattered areas of yellow. That's at least 2 inches. In fact, the model does show a few spots where over 4 inches of rain could be a possibility, but of course those should be somewhat isolated. Point to make about this too is that since the rain is going to be somewhat scattered, the heaviest rain could actually occur pretty much anywhere across the region. In fact, just kind of compare these two models. The HRRR has the biggest concentration of the heavier rains over East Texas and Northwest Louisiana, and this only goes through Wednesday night, and it also shows in fact, some spots 5 inches of rain as a possibility. So again, it does appear as if rain could be our biggest concern. Not looking at much as far as any severe weather threat, although that threat is not zero. There is a chance we could see an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm or two. As far as the tropics, all remains quiet. This is the 7-day outlook from the National Hurricane Center, showing no issues as far as tropical development here in the Atlantic for the next week, and most long-range models showing it could be the next couple of weeks that we stay totally dry. So all that being said, again, we are looking at the chance for the likelihood of some thunderstorms over the next several days. Even though we will hear quite a bit of thunder, the risk of seeing thunderstorms at the height of severe weather levels looking somewhat unlikely. So that being said, I'd put my level of concern at 3. We're going to have to keep an eye on the heavy rain, where it falls, and make sure that it doesn't repeat itself in the same location. So flooding, out of all the issues, could be the biggest concern, although it doesn't look to be too extreme at this point. So your 10-day forecast shows that with that upper level disturbance moving over the southern plains, we will see lots of clouds, lots of rain. Highs will stay in the 80s, lows in the low 70s. Notice as the rainfall chances decrease, as that disturbance weakens, we will start to heat up back to the low to middle 90s by early next week. We shut off the rain and crank up the heat late next week with daytime highs back up into the middle 90s.